lot more people. Hopefully they start trickling in one at a time through the day, but we're so happy to see you all this morning, and you'll see soon enough that it's definitely not part of the day that you would like to miss. So I'm Sara Thornton, and shall we just start with introductions? Mirjam, Mette, and we are very happy and honored to welcome you here today to this workshop that we have called Reconnecting Struggles. And we are here today to listen and to learn, to connect and reconnect with people from at least 4 different continents. From Nebraska, North Dakota, over Leicester, Germany, Denmark, to Gaza and Palestine. And we wish to connect people involved with the daily and the constant labor of resisting oppression and raising awareness of inequalities, atrocities, and colonial durabilities in our unjust world. And more than that, we hope to connect people working across different disciplines, as artists, scholars, independent journalists, and activists, in order to find a common ground from where we can craft our critique of the societies we live in, be it through art, teaching, writing, journalism, or solidarity work, or all of the above. So today, each person who will speak represents a farrago of struggles, strategies, and personal and public victories. Yet, we recognize that we cannot represent all of the struggles in our work today. In all, we have for you 6 sessions divided into 4 parts, and we do prefer, if you can, to stay here for the duration of the whole day, because the idea of the workshop really was to appreciate how each session connects to the others, and to create interactions between the speakers and the participants through alternative methods of presentation and representation. So we urge you especially not to miss the final session, which is part 4, where we will have we will end the day with a roundtable discussion amongst all the speakers and the participants in the room. And each session will be led by a pair of speakers, so please lean back and listen to their instructions. And unfortunately, we do have a tight schedule, so we will be using little notes with 2 minutes to 5 minutes, and time's up. So hopefully that doesn't throw off anyone too much. And finally, if you're using any social media, we'd really appreciate you to use hashtag #ReconnectingStruggles. And we have a couple of other suggestions in the back of your program.
Do I really need to use the mic? Okay. There.
It might be further.
Yeah, okay. On a more practical note, there has not been a fire alarm scheduled for today, so if there is a fire alarm, it's actually a real fire alarm. So the emergency exits are over there. Toilets are in the foyer on the right hand and upstairs. For those who are observing Ramadan, there's a room to the side of the main hall where you can pray and rest, and for those who are not observing Ramadan, lunch will be at 12. And please take water from the water fountain, but please hold on to your plastic cup and write your name on it, and also for your coffee cup, so we don't create more environmental pollution. Please familiarize yourself with the program, and we will have several breaks during the day with refreshments, which are all vegetarian and some of them vegan. If you need more than that, I'm sorry, please buy your refreshments at the cafe. And also if you want a nice cappuccino or something. If you have any practical questions, please ask any one of us. So now we'll see, oh no, this one is actually important. We would like to thank all of the speakers who have come here all the way from Nebraska, Berlin and Copenhagen. And without you, there would not be this workshop. And we actually want to give special thanks to a number of people who have helped us on our way and to help us walk the extra mile. And those are Dr. Leah Bassel, Dr. Alison Harvey, Professor Claire Anderson, Dr. Lory Dance, and Sukha Pandawa. A special thanks to the funds which have been made possible, which make this workshop possible. So we would like, again, to thank especially the School of Media Communication, Dr. Leah Bassel, Professor Thomas Tufte, and Dr. Alison Harvey, Professor Kevin Tansey, as we've been kindly funded by the University of Leicester Geography Department, Professor John Goodwin, who, upon hearing of our plans, immediately made money available of his own research project, and in particular as well Dr. Lory Dance, through her discretionary project, research and travel accounts from Lund University in Sweden and the University of Nebraska based in Lincoln in the US. And lastly but not least, so there were a lot of funds we applied to, the Graduate School Researcher Development Fund. So that all made this possible. So thank you very much for that. And Mette will
do final notes. So just so you all know, we wish for this to be a safe space for all of us to speak out, but also to speak back to some of those struggles that we all are subjected to. Yet we do not tolerate any language of discrimination or hate speech or sexism. That goes without saying. So we wish for all of us to feel safe to call out if any such language is used. But we understand that amongst us there might be like disagreements. So if you have disagreements, we ask you to practice methods of listening and self-reflexivity and patience, not at least patience. So finally, you might have noticed that we have a little exhibition, or quite a large exhibition in the room. It's a project called the Obliterated Families Project. We hope that during the breaks you'll take a look at these images. They show stories of people of Gaza in Palestine and of families who've lost the majorities of their family members during the Israeli war in Gaza in July 2014. They are on display here for us today, the entire day, to remember and honor their struggle for fighting justice throughout the past 70 years. And later today, freelance journalist Ala Kandil will be with us in session 5, and she'll be with us live from Gaza. It's her photographs, and she'll talk more about the images. So please take a look at them. They're barcodes, so if you have a phone that accesses these barcodes, you can access the web archive where you can see more pictures and read the stories of these obliterated families. So also, we would like you to consider donating whatever you can. We have made a little yellow box up here. The donations will go to the Obliterated Families Project to support families in Gaza, and they will be divided amongst that project and the Strong Hearts Native Helpline, which is a domestic violence hotline created to support tribal communities in the US. And Gretchen Carroll, who is with us today, will tell you a bit, or if you have questions, you can ask her more about the hotline. So we have worked really hard for the past 4 months for this workshop, and we are very excited to see you all here today. And we're very excited for the people who have come to us since Saturday and Sunday, and we've been spending time. So along the way, we have discussed with some of the speakers that you will listen to today if we should have a theme song, because it came kind of a big project for us. We all lived together, so it took over our lives, and we're like, are we going to create a theme song for this? So finally, we decided to invite one of Leicester's beautiful artists who will perform for us today, and before we start the actual scheduled sessions. So we're very happy to welcome to the stage Mellow Baku. Mellow is a Leicester-based writer, composer, spoken word artist, and singer-songwriter who will perform for you 2 songs who are connected to the themes of this day. So Mellow Baku performs throughout the UK and internationally, and she is a huge part of the local community in Leicester, where she delivers workshops at school, bars, and hospitals. So please, I welcome you all, but please give a hand to Mellow.